Alright guys, welcome back to War number 9 in Alliance War Season 23. We've got a new Daredevil Hell's Kitchen on Hazard Shift to start. Just because I wanted to make sure that I could just hit him the entire time. I didn't want to have to worry about having to potentially bait out stuff, especially because he can purify like your parries, so I don't want to get stuck. So I went with a safe bet with Iceman, and he didn't disappoint, took care of him, no problem. After the recent, like where I fought Daredevil Hell's Kitchen a couple times now, and not in war, but just in questing, and I'm pretty used to his really long special one, and just waiting for that last punch to come across, and you can attack back in pretty easily. So I just back up, sit there, watch him throw that last punch and attack back in. So really straightforward, especially on this fight with Iceman. I didn't want to have to worry about deal with changing phases or like going from incinerate to poison. So Iceman's just the easy choice for me here. Beta heavy there. Bait out another one. One more, a special one, and he's down. Okay, next in phase 2, first we've got Window of Opportunity stun when I open Venom. I boosted up big on Dr. Doom because I'm going to have another fight with him in this set. So I'm not too concerned here. Venom only has the power gain reduction against techs, not against Dr. Doom. So here he's a stubborn attacker. So I do just have to be careful not to try and every time I trigger indestructible, like right there, I'm gonna have to take a hit on the block to take it off. And at the same time though, don't use Doom's mid-combo stun here because I don't want to take any damage. I don't want to get the stun reflected on me, and even if I can stun him, I don't want the damage reflected back on me. Nice big special too. I've almost got enough for another one. There, just dropped the special one. He's almost down. Bait the heavy without triggering stubborn. Drop a special 2 to end it. So that was a nice one. Next, we've got a nice 6-star MODOK on Window of Opportunity stun. So I went in with Magneto again, and some guys pointed out that I can't, at some point during this fight, you'll see, similar to my previous time using Magneto against MODOK here, the stun timer there above him is actually going to disappear due to the magnetism. So there, it's great because I can hit into him and not worry about the auto block. I take that first special one on the block, and then I decided I should try and I'm usually pretty good at evading MODOK special one, but during this fight it just wasn't happening. So I should have just kept taking it on the block, especially with stubborn, instead of trying to evade it. So you'll see here, I think the next couple I take some extra damage. So there I decide I'm going to start evading it. So the first evade works out great. Now the stun timer's down, I can go in and get some parry heavies off, and that one just clocks me. So we're just going to go in with the intercept here. I was trying to think of whether or not, at this point I probably could have started with the parry heavies again, but I didn't think about it right away. And I end up taking another one. Then I think at some point I realize, oh, the stun timer's off. I can just parry heavy him. So the stun timer's just gone from the magnetism. So there we get up to over 20 prowess and drop a special 3 on him. Again, it's always easier to take a look at the fight afterwards and see what you should have done. And there's always so many things to think about during these fights. And, next, this was a really nice strategy. So I got my teammate to bring only a 4-star White Magneto because he could fit him on the team, and then drop the pre-fight on this Korg with kinetic transference and power from afar. Now, this fight should not have been as close as it was. I just mistimed. You'll see I mistimed a special 2 right when his rock stacks were coming back, and it kind of screwed up the end of the fight. But here, what's great is with the Magneto pre-fight, White Magneto at least, or House of X Magneto, then I'm a Metal Champ Doom, and I'm getting my passive stuns instead of active stuns. So I don't have to worry about him shrugging off any of my parries. So here, this first special 2 lands right before his rock stacks come back, get him with the incinerates. And there is a lot going on this fight in terms of every time I step back, he's gaining power. So even when I'm dropping the special 2 here, which is doing a ton of damage, he's gaining power. And the problem with my boost is I probably was gaining a little too much power at some point, and I probably wanted to throw I should have thrown more special 1s here near the end. Here I build to a special 2, and this is where I screw it up. Because now I'm further away from him, he's gaining the power gain. I push him accidentally to a special 3. I should have stuck with those special 1s. Luckily, Doom is a tank, and I'm able to survive here. But now he's got 9 charges. He's unblockable and unstoppable there. I use my special 1 to push him away. I don't have to worry about the parries. But now I am desperately worried that if he throws a special 1, it's going to be unblockable with all those crowd charges. Because he's got 9 crowd charges. So I'm just going to start spamming special 1 just to try and get away from those. I get another parry in and drop 1 more special 1, and we escape. So it should not have been that bad. The pre-fight ability worked exactly how I wanted it to, and it made the fight so much easier. I just made a dumb mistake, and it made it harder than it was. Here, I had Dragon Man last time against... I used Magneto last time against Dragon Man, and what I forgot about Dragon Man's ability is that you are going to take energy damage if you put an armor break on him. And I did not remember this ability, and when I see Hurt Locker here, I immediately go to a special 2 to start, and then all of a sudden I start taking degen. And I am so confused while I'm doing this fight as to why I'm taking degen, because I go back into my special 1, and by that point the armor break was off. Now it's back on again. I am just losing health, and I can't for the life of me think about what was going on, because it keeps going on and off, and I was not able to realize that it was because of the armor breaks. And because it's Hurt Locker, you want to keep cycling specials. So at this point near the end, luckily I decide I'm not going to go special 2. I'm going to go special 3, just because I wanted to get some bigger damage on him. But he had pretty high limber, so that stun timer felt pretty short at the beginning. So I wasn't charging my heavy too much there. I didn't want to get clocked holding the heavy for too long. So here, I go ahead and I throw the special 3, but then I get an armor break on him again. So now I'm losing health again, and I am just trying desperately to take him out before I finish. I think the special 1's going to do it. It leaves him with 1% health. I had an invulnerability boost on. My parry doesn't work. I get clocked, and I have to bring an Iceman to finish it. So now if I had to do that fight again, I would do it differently. But it was just a learning experience there. I went back and checked the nodes, checked the champion, just to figure out what the heck was going on. And here is another Dragon Man boss fight with Void. I like Void here because I can at least build up some destructible charges. And you can see there at the beginning, I got a nice counter on his heavy, and it made me feel like I was going to be able to counter his heavy a couple more times with that distance, but I got lucky there, and there I also get a nice counter on his heavy. But later on, I'm a little slow, I guess, reacting to it, and I get parried a couple times. And even though I get parried, I still recover for the most part. I think one of the other things is I've been pretty lazy with my junior account. I've never unlocked willpower, so you can see even though he has that debuff on me, I'm doing this boss fight without willpower. If I had willpower, it would probably have been that much easier. There I just took his special 2 on the block to avoid, again, even though I've got destructible charges, I didn't want to risk it, and then later on I think I do go for an evade, and he hits me. So I think it was a safer bet, probably just to keep taking it on the block. See, there I go for the evade, and I counter back in, and that's where he clocks me. Luckily I did have an invulnerability boost on, but there I backed away too far. Luckily he backed off that time and didn't parry me or counter me there. So I'm still feeling pretty confident at this point that I'm going to get it down. I get another nice hit in there. But here, that's where I move too far back. And he clocks me with a special 1 to the face. And maybe if I would have had willpower, I think I would have healed up a bit more. There I get a nice evade of his heavy in the corner. And even at this point, I'm feeling confident that I'm going to get it. I back to, again, same move, felt confident early, and then it just didn't work out. I was moving, I think, 2 dash backs instead of 1, but it's fine. I brought in Doc Ock to finish him off, and even though he's not a stubborn champ, he can still actually just power lock him pretty much the entire time. So it was actually, wasn't that bad. So Doc Ock finishes him off. Unfortunately, we got the L on this one, but we're still sitting strong close to the top of P3. So good luck, and we'll see you in the next one.